What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This week we are back on the 1957 GMC. Last episode, we finally managed to get that motor to turn over. And this week, we are gonna be doing all those final little details to get this truck show-worthy, because we're about to load this thing up, head out to Nashville for C10 Nationals. We laid down that 1/4-inch aluminum in the bed, and that's because we have a really awesome marine-grade boating mat that's gonna be laid back there. We actually have the Gatorstep boys in the house to scan the bed and start working on that design. So let's get to it. I'm over here with Mark from Gatorstep. I see you got a, looks like you're playing a board game in the back of our truck here. What's going on here?
Yeah, I'm Mark with Gatorstep, Florida. What we're doing is we're on site doing custom digitizing of this truck bed. This is what's called photogrammetry. So we lay all these targets throughout the boat and we take all these overlapping pictures. Once we do that, we put in a computer system, starts triangulating everything, and then we can actually map it out. So we're custom digitizing this for this exact truck.
Whatever he said, I believe him, man. Sorry about the compressor noise, but all right, so he's got some pictures. He's also got some samples for us. And now we got the owner here and Uncle Carlo. So we're gonna pick out the colors we're gonna be using and patterns. And hopefully he's gonna let me come down to Gatorstep, which is not far from our shop, and check out the facility and hopefully maybe even see some Gatorstep get cut. So I'm excited. We still gotta do the step sides inside the truck. So grab your little dominoes and let's go. While the Gatorstep boys are working on the design and the layout, we're gonna continue working on the truck. First task for me today is going to be to get these brand new window assemblies. We got a brand new vent window assembly, a whole new window kit, new channel down here. I think this is actually gonna have to come off, but I got a step ahead of myself. We also have new channel, new window felts, the whole enchilada. First step is taping off your window area. I'm probably gonna do actually a little bit more than I've done. Putting these windows in is a pain in the butt, so you wanna make sure that you're not scratching up your new paint job. So I've already tried to start forming this channel here. It is a bear, man. It's not fun. As you see, they do come completely straight, which I don't understand why. I mean, you would think by now one of these companies would just make it fit to your truck. So it's got felt on the inside, it's got cloth backing, and it's metal on the inside, so it's a metal C-channel. So it's kind of hard to bend. What I think I'm gonna do is make like a little jig out of wood. That way I could stick it in my channel and then form around the piece of wood. So I'm gonna go cut a piece of 1/2-inch wood, the same profile as my door, so I'll make a little template right here. Make this little template, and then I could use it to form the felt channel. And then it's gonna sit down in this channel here, and then we'll start looking into getting our vent window and our window put in. All right, we got our little wood jig, if you will. Help me form that channel. Yeah, it's pretty close, pretty close. I think that's gonna work. So I'll probably go ahead and stick this in the vise on the table, and we'll start forming our channel. All right, we got our little felt window channel kind of formed up, ready to go. I'm gonna start by sliding my vent window in place. I'm not gonna attach it to anything just yet, just so we can kind of have an idea or a mark up here where our channel is gonna stop, so I could get that cut. So that's my first task at hand. All right, just to give you guys a little insight, as you see our felt right there is in our channel, all the way down there at the bottom. I don't know if you can see it, there's a little stop, so that kind of helps your felt channel sit in place. Again, we're gonna be gluing this whole section all the way up there to that white tick. And then up here, we're just gonna leave it floating. My little wood little mold thing kind of worked. I think I'm gonna work it a little bit more, get a little tighter that corner. And then there's my black mark where our vent window channels stops. So I got a little white mark there, and that's where we're gonna cut our felt. We'll get a nice clean cut here, maybe with like a little hacksaw or something, and I can clean it up with a file. So I'll get that cut, and then we'll go ahead and get this thing glued up and get it stuck into that channel. All right, channel is glued in, and we're ready to move forward on our passenger door assembly. We got our vent window kind of laying in place. We got our gasket in place. Next step is I'm gonna go ahead and bring our regulator up so we can get our channel onto the little roller, and then we'll get our piece of glass slid in. So already kind of seeing a couple things. Our holes don't line up with the bracket on the vent window. So I know a lot of people talk about using aftermarket parts, like the door is an aftermarket part. Everybody kind of frowns upon it. Now I kind of start seeing why. You know, I had a problem with our latch. The hole in the door didn't work with our latch. Now we got this issue. So, you know, when you buy new stuff, new metal parts, you're gonna have to, you know, make stuff work. I don't know, just ranting. All right, driver's side is complete. We even got our piece of trim here. This piece was from the original truck. This is a repop door, so it doesn't really fit amazingly. It's kind of loose. I don't really like that. You kind of see this gap here. But window is working as it should. All right, we got all our glass installed. Everything is fully functional. And that means the cab is officially watertight, which is perfect because Lee is busy working on that custom upholstery on our slosh tub seat frames. And the design Lee came up with on the seats is super crucial because that design is gonna roll right into our Gatorstep bed mat material. So Lee, it better look nice. just about wrapped up with the seats. We were able to get that design sent over to Gatorstep, and they sent me back our first mock-up. So we are in my office, guys. You guys never get to see my office. This is where it goes down outside the shop. But, so I just kind of want to show you guys the layout of our bed. Now this is all the Gator stepping, and these two little guys are our step inside of the cab. It's got our logo on it. This is just kind of like a general idea. These patterns kind of match our seat, but my OCD kind of bothers me that this back section, this is our gas fill, doesn't match the top section. So I kind of want to maybe duplicate this up here. And then my other thought was, I don't like how the Salvage logo is all the way at the bottom. I kind of want to move it towards the center and maybe bring one of these lines down below it. So I'm going to go ahead and print this design, and then we will mark it up and I'll send it back, and hopefully we'll be good to go. All right, while we wait for Gatorstep to make these changes, we're gonna get back to work. Lee is getting going here with our interior. You guys have seen our seat, came out amazing. This is all custom bolstered, our leather to match our interior paint. Again, you guys have seen us in the previous episodes in getting this seat from Slosh Tubs, the frame. We've been using these things on all our builds. It's pretty sweet. We're getting ready to go out to C10 Nationals, so we're gonna have to address some of this stuff when we get back. But for today, we're gonna get our kicker panels installed. We have our JL Audio 5 or 6-inch speaker here in the back. So it's mounted on the back of the panel, and we don't have to have any kind of screen or grill. Yeah, no speaker grill. We have our glove box insert, which is wrapped in leather. I think that's a nice little finish. You open your glove box and it's all finished as well. We have our door panels done. Got a couple things here to do. Carpet is fully installed. I believe he came last night and did that. That's where we're at. Lee's got one of our door panels sitting up here, already wrapped in leather, and it looks nice and clean. So these are the stock door handle slash armrests. I think they're pretty bulky. I didn't like it. Plus it'd be kind of hard for Lee to wrap in leather. So I'm gonna make a handle. So it's not gonna be an armrest, but gonna be a handle to shut the door. I'm gonna make it in aluminum, and then Lee could wrap the handle in leather with some stitching. I think it'll look nice. So the door does have some inserts here, so we're gonna try to utilize those and through bolt our handle through the door panel and be able to shut the door nice. So I'm gonna go kind of use the stock handle armrest as a little design layout. Simplify it obviously, but we'll get a couple mounting holes and just enough space that you can grab it comfortably and shut the door. All right, we got our general design here. It's obviously gonna need a lot of hand blending and cleaning up. Next thing I'm gonna do is be welding another piece. We're gonna stack where our mounting point is. That way it just got a little bit more clearance, and I give it a little more meat here where our bolt's gonna go through. So we're gonna be countersinking it. So we wanna give it a little extra. just in case. I'm not sure how far our leather will wrap down, but if we do want to wrap all the way down to here, then the leather is not going to kind of get pinched or anything. So I think that'll work out. We'll get those on, and we're going to start blending this thing down. All right, we got our 2 handles made up. These should work. I'm gonna go ahead and take these over to the press, countersink some holes in it. These are gonna be painted black, satin black, and then we're gonna probably just wrap maybe just this center section with the leather. So, you know, I'll be able to do a little body work to these things and make them look real nice. So we'll get these things drilled out, and I'll finish cleaning them up with my grinder, just clean up all our edges, maybe use a file on some of these areas, and then we'll get these things body worked and painted. All right, now that we got our emblems back from the chrome shop, we're gonna get these things on. So we got our GMC Bloodline limited, actually special edition, custom car emblems, Andy, Bowling Green. This came out awesome. We got our GMC logo here with our back plate that's white. All right, guys, I made a little field trip out of the shop, which is very rare for me because I really love working on our trucks and our cars, but this is kind of a special occasion for us. We're over here at Gatorstep of Florida. These guys are making the bed floor for our 1957 GMC truck, and let me tell you, just in time, because we are 1 week away from heading out to Nashville. So I came out here to see my buddy Mark. You guys saw him already at the shop. He came and did the templating. So here we are at Gatorstep of Florida. I'm already impressed, man. Look at this. All these little samples. Everything's looking real good. There's Mark. What's up, brother?
What's up, guys?
You ready for us?
I'm ready, man. We just got back from the airport, got your sheets made up in Tennessee. We're ready to go.
He went to the airport to pick up our material. Wow. Well, hold on. Look at this guy. He really takes care of his employees, man. They can have some ramen noodles, some beef jerky. Wow.
Hey, only the best around here.
I want to work for you guys.
Let's go in the back. Let's check it out. So we're back here in the back. We got the sheets loaded. We've got everything tool passed. So, hey, as far as I'm concerned, let's rock and roll.
I'm ready to go. So hold on real quick now. All the material comes from Tennessee, you said?
Correct. Yep. Everything's custom made up in Tennessee, fully fused together, laminated, PSA'd, and ready to go for us to cut.
So your customer will pick out their color scheme. You'll send that information out to the main headquarters in Tennessee, and they'll prep all the material, and then you guys ship it here by airplane.
Yeah, so that's
why is that?
Hey, we got to get it here quick. People want their material in, they want to go boating, they want it in their truck, so hey, the sooner we can do it, the better. The best thing about us manufacturing our own sheets is we can get them to you a lot quicker. We're not getting them overseas fused. We're actually doing it ourselves, so we can combine and change the colors whatever we want on the spot.
So basically, since Gatorstep is like the last step when you're building your boat, or for our sake, our truck, we want it done, and we want it done right now. So I love it, man. Let's get to cutting.
Let's do it.
Show us around a little bit here. So you got your...
So this is our computer system that controls one of our machines. This computer system over here controls the other one. We do all of our tool pathing and everything right on this machine. We send it out to whatever machine. Up in our Tennessee location, we've got tons of these, so we have computers everywhere, but everything is programmed through a single machine. So then we send whatever commands to the machine, and then it starts cutting them.
So a lot like our CNC plasma table, but in this sake, they're using a router bit, and they're cutting what would you call it, foam?
Yeah, we're cutting foam, or we say
foam.
cut and Cool Whip.
Cut and Cool Whip. All right, well, let's check it out. I already kind of saw something right here.
Yeah,
Looks like you made me a little something for the shop.
We did, so we wanted you to look and style down here. So this morning we threw this on the table.
That is rad,
One
man.
of our designers custom designed it. It is teak over sandstone over espresso.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think I know where I'm gonna put that. I got a spot already picked out in my head.
Perfect.
It kind of looks like a football.
It does, it does.
All right, now show us the material that we're gonna be using today for our truck.
So what we got with you today is a color called Crimson, brand new for this year. So you guys are the first people in South Florida to get it. We got Crimson over Pearl over Black. So we looked at this color combination, we looked at the truck, and we said, it's gonna be perfect. So what we're gonna do next, we're gonna turn the vacuum on, we're gonna suck these sheets down to the table, and then we're gonna start cutting.
All right, let's go, man. Let's get it loud in here.
Let's get
loud
it
and
loud.
popping. All right, so the boys are turning on all the fans, all the equipment. It's starting to get a little loud here, so we're probably not gonna do much talking, but I don't really think you guys want to hear us talk anyway. So he's got our material set up on 2 different tables. I believe he said over there he's gonna be cutting the steps for the inside of our cab. And then over here he's gonna start with our bedside, or our bed floor. So that's pretty cool. The vacuums suck the sheet down to the table to keep it nice and sturdy. So I think he's getting ready to cut, man. I'm pretty excited. Whoa! Damn, that thing's fast. So loads the tooling. Wow. So this is our center section in between our 2 fender wells right here, as you see. So this is our outside line. So it's got a beveled edge. This is our clean side. This side's not clean, but they just ran that oscillating blade through the center of that little valley right there. So that's gonna be our cut mark. So that will be the edge of our bedside. So that's the centerpiece, and I believe it's done. And they're about to throw another sheet up and start making some more. But how cool is that, man? So you got 3 layers. You got the red, white, and black all popping through. And then on our logo side, you got the logos cut out in just white, and then these are going to be just like that other one where you see the black and white coming through the red. They got all our pieces cut. This is the final step over here. They're kind of by hand, just coming around all the edges, cleaning everything up. So at this point, this stuff's ready to install, right, Mark?
Yeah, it's ready to install. We'll be there tomorrow.
Well, Mark's not going to be there. Where are you going to be?
there.
You're going to be on a boat, aren't you? So Mark won't be in the shop tomorrow installing, but he's got a couple guys coming out. I cannot wait to see this stuff. So, hey, you guys, I'm telling you, while I'm here, my mind's going crazy. I think you can put this Gator stuff literally everywhere. I got a lot of ideas. Coolers, top of toolboxes, enclosed trailers. I mean, I'm sure Mark could come up with some more ideas too.
Yeah, absolutely anything. Boats, trailers, like he said.
So boats are their primary, their bread and butter. He was telling me he did 3 cruise ships over the last couple of years. So if you guys are interested in checking out Gatorstep, Gatorstep.com, they'll literally Gatorstep your ass if you want. So tomorrow we're gonna get this stuff installed and we are ready to hit Nashville. We're gonna hit it hard, man. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for having us out here. It was exciting.
For coming.
All right, we are back at the shop and it is an exciting moment. We got the boys here from Gatorstep of Florida and they're getting ready to put this badass Gatorstep down, man. I'm excited. This thing is gonna look insane.
Get it under the carpet flaps.
All right, guys, we finally got that bench in, which means our interior in this truck is pretty much all done. We are still waiting on our sub enclosure to come in. Actually, we're gonna be picking that thing up in Nashville from my buddy Mike at Slosh Tubs. I think this seat came out amazing. The pattern in our seat matches the design on our Gatorstep perfectly. And let me tell you, that Gatorstep really made this truck pop. So that's it, man. We pretty much got all these little final details done, which means we're ready to hit the road, head out to Nashville. Before we do that, we're gonna be taking this truck out on the road, taking a little test drive. But you guys are gonna have to wait till next week for that. So make sure you like, subscribe so you don't miss out. We'll see you guys later.